Hey, Dez, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority. I guess to give it an overview, how have you progressed, being on your own, the training on your own? How have you been able to keep up with and things like that?
Obviously it's a change, with the COVID-19 virus going around and everything. So it's obviously a change. But, the training staff and the strength coach do a very great job of sending us daily workouts, each thing just, work on each day. So we get a sheet. So I just follow the sheet. I feel like most of the guys, we have group chats and stuff. We make sure, we hold each other accountable, making sure we all do the sheets and, and just staying sharp on our skills.
Dez,
this is how nice is it to have your brother there with you?
Go ahead, Ken. Ask that question again.
No, it's okay. Michael, you can, I know yours is a follow-up.
I was just asking, on that note, how nice is it to have a brother and teammate there working out with you?
It is pretty, it's pretty crazy because, we never actually played football together. And then to think that, first time playing on the same field together would be in college, at the University of Louisville was pretty special. So, for an opportunity to have that, an opportunity for him to, have like someone he trusts, coming in, feel like it's more comfortable for him as an incoming freshman, during all these tough times, he can lean on somebody. I can show him on the ropes, knows the offense and everything. So I feel like we both have a great end of the stick on this.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yes, this is Ken Spencer with WHAS 11. How close were you with Dexter? I know he wasn't on campus yet, but just being a signee and you guys get to know those guys in the process.
Man, Dex and I, first time I met Dex was, Lovey and him, I'm aware they went to the same school. And, that we saw each other, a couple of times after the games in the locker rooms, dancing and stuff. I talked to him. We have, DMs and we have text messages over social media and stuff. So, just heart goes out to his family, obviously, and why that had to happen. But, I'm just praying for their family, and this is a sad situation.
Next question for Dez.
Yes, this is Ken Spencer with WHAS 11 again. Just what did you think of look, it was 7 practices, but how did you feel like your little brother was doing so far in spring ball?
I'm not going to say it surprised me, but just like for him to seem like, he was a quick learner with the offense. And, this once you learn what to do, then you can, play a lot more comfortable. You could play up to speed. And I think that's what he did best the most. I kind of it took me a while not a while, but it took me just a lot longer than how he learned. And so he's a quick learner. He learned fast. And so, he's always asking me questions. And so just like that, he's playing behind me. So, just for a little brother to look up to his big brother and try to do everything he does, I think that's awesome.
Dez, this is Calvin with WLKY. Can you hear me?
Repeat your question, to Fred.
Dez, just some thoughts about the emotions going on right now. How are you handling all this? I mean, being cooped up, the stay-at-home stuff and all that, has that been hard on you? How are you keeping your head up?
Yeah, definitely. I met Coach Brew and I, that's somebody who helps me a lot just throughout this whole process because, I think he understands just how I am and how just, young athletes are. And so he's always telling me, if you don't find yourself in a routine, then you're in a rut, So, he always tries to help me, get up on time. He's like, all right, man, you make sure that you got up by, 9 a.m. this morning. I'm like, yes, coach. That just helps me out, just being in a routine and saying, making sure I get breakfast in me every morning, making sure I, just stuff that we'll be doing if, this corona stuff didn't happen. So when we do come back soon, hopefully, I didn't miss any beats. And so hopefully everybody else is doing the same thing. So when we come back, this team will get to rolling again.
Dez, Russ Brown, have you had any conversations with teammates or coaches about the uncertainty of this season? It seems to be, it's up in the air. They don't even know if there's going to be a college football season. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we're all preparing like there was going to be college football, and so obviously I think everybody in the world wants the season to happen. So we're all preparing for it to happen. We're not really having any doubt, but we obviously don't know when everything's gonna go back to normal, which is kind of scary. But just preparing for the best, obviously. So we're preparing like we have a game September, and we're preparing like we're gonna play the second game of the season, which is Clemson, obviously. So we're preparing for both the teams.
Yes, this is Kent Taylor from Wave TV. Well, how much time do you all need, you think, once you get on campus? What period of weeks do you think you guys would need to be ready to play in a game?
That's a hard question, honestly. I never really thought about that, but just probably just enough time for everybody just to feel feel like nothing has and get back to gelling like once with one another, get a couple practices underneath our belts again. I feel like a lot of teams didn't have spring ball, didn't get a chance to get 7 practices in, and we did. So I feel like that's a little, we have an upper hand on that. I feel like we looked a lot better than what we did last spring. So, just coming back from Bowling, I feel like having 7 games underneath our belt, 7 practices underneath our belt, and then a few weeks preparation, I think we'll get things going.
Dez, Rick Bozich at WDRB in Louisville. You guys are working out at home. How close do you think you are to the prime shape you're in when you're working out at U of L with the strength coach and all those facilities?
That's exactly what my little brother and I, we work out, and that's what we try to replicate the most. Like, how hard we can push ourselves, the way that, the competition, because, we always have competition throughout the weight room, and just, so, we try to compete within each other. Christian and I try to compete within each other. We try to compete against the time. So we're always trying to push ourselves to that limit of, that threshold that we think that Coach Mike will push us. So obviously I don't think we can get to that threshold, but get as close as we can. And then I think when we get back into it, then we'll be in the best shape that we can be. I'm sorry that a lot of
Does Cameron from Courier Journal? You mentioned those 7 practices. Obviously, you went against that secondary a lot in those practices. Just what are your thoughts on their improvement? And if was there anybody in that secondary that stood out the most in terms of how much they improved from the bowl game through spring practice?
Yeah, there's somebody that that we're always battling, always talking back and forth. We're always just going back and forth. It's AJ Johnson. Is just one of the guys who I think is always improving, always wanting to get better. Obviously CJ, Chandler Jones, and obviously Marlon Character. I think those guys are just our top 3 DBs, and then obviously the young guys coming in, Starks coming in, the other guys coming in. So I think our DBs are, our secondary is improving.
Hey, Des, if you can look towards the camera a little bit more. You're good. Thanks.
Yes, this is Kent again with WHAS 11. Your all's passing game was a work in progress for probably most of last fall. How much progress do you think you guys made in the spring, and how much better do you think it will be this upcoming season?
From obviously last spring to this spring, it was night and day. But from the end of the season to this spring, I think just being like more comfortable, coach us players showing the coaches okay, like we got the coach, like our coaches go out willing now, we got things up to par, like the atmosphere around. So focusing like more, more on plays, more on the playbook, more on, concepts, and that's just through, and focusing more on like, the field things, because, obviously coming in, new staff, gotta get the culture, the atmosphere, the attitude and things right first before you even focus, on the field. So I feel like once our atmosphere, what it is, and once our culture is far now, feel like
Yeah, this is Kent Taylor again. Tell me about your relationship with Cory Reid. And I know you all are a close-knit group as a position group. How have you guys been able to support him over the last couple weeks?
Yes, right when we found out the news, obviously, our coach Gunther Brewer, we all went into the Zoom chat. Cory was in there, we all prayed for him and his family, and that's just one of the things that Coach Brewer, does for us. He looks out for the players, coach, and so we got all of it. And so obviously just praying for him. We all in the group chat. We're always thinking about him. I just hope that kind of stuff obviously so bad because, the COVID-19 came out of nowhere almost.
Anything else for Dez?
Yeah, Des, one more thing from me. Braden Smith, it seems like a couple of the coaches have kind of singled out and talked a little bit about Braden Smith and what he's been able to kind of bring to the group. What are your thoughts on what he's done so far?
Yeah, I like Braden a lot. Very quick, fast guy. He's a good learner, a quick learner. He's very coachable. One thing, he's always willing to get, always willing to learn and understand more things. So I feel like a player like that, the sky's the limit for him because, he's always asking about the playbook. He's always asking about coverages. And that's honestly, we have accountability partners within the wide receiver group. And so Braden is my partner. So we're accountability brothers. So we always, just yesterday, we had homework that we had to do NC State tape on. So we did a whole bunch of homework together. We figured out the percentages of, the coverages that they like to run. So smart guy. We like to compare, we like to pick each other's brains. So, I like Braden a lot.
Yes, obviously there's some time and some factors, some things will happen, but how strange would it be if you did play games without fans?
That's one of the craziest things I ever heard, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. When someone said that to me, I was like, wow. That's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be almost like Little League. But football is football, honestly. At the end of the day, I can't even hear the crowd, honestly, when I'm out on the field making plays. I'm just so focused on the play and everything else that we're not really worried about fans, though. But just to see, just the thought of playing in front of, probably just your intermediate family, it's pretty crazy.
Anything else for Dez? All right. Thanks, Dez. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate you.
No problem.
See you, buddy.